Okay. By the time we're done, you'll have access. And please, if you're just joining, do well to mute your mic. Okay. If you'd like to turn on your camera, I'd love to see your beautiful face. If not, it's okay. That's fine. We can move on with that. But yes, like I was saying, this slides will be shared to you later, and your assignment will be sent to you later. But right before we start, I would like one or two people maximum to unmute their mic and just share with me. Just tell me your name and share with me why you're really interested in learning Python. Just two people. If you want to say something, just raise up your hand, and I'll let you know. Just two, so we can move forward. Just two. I'd like you to share. Just tell me the reason why you really want to venture into Python programming. I'd like to know. Do we have anybody raising hands? Reaction? Anybody who want to speak? You can also blink your mic as well. So nobody who wants to tell me why they're interested in learning Python? Okay, I see. I see. Ghost Power. Okay, let's start from Ghost. I see Ghost Power and Akim. Okay, it's both of you. Let's start from Akim. Akim, go ahead and mute your mic and let us know just your name and the reason why you're really interested in learning programming.
Yeah, good day all. My name is Lawal Akim. I'm an aspiring DevOps engineer. I want to learn Python because it's one of the programming language that is needed to be a DevOps engineer. I'm going to need it for bash scripting. So that's why I would like to learn the programming language.
Amazing, amazing. That's a good one right there. So you already know where you're going. You just need to grab the knowledge. That's a good one, Akim. Thank you very much for sharing that. Right now we're just gonna go down to Gaspar. Gaspar, go ahead. Unmute your mic and tell us the name and the reason why you want to learn
Hello,
programming.
my name is Gospel Mogui. I am here because the reason I want to learn Python is I am studying for a solutions architect. I want to be a solutions architect, and I've been encountering codes in different languages and all. And so, seeking counsel, I was told it's best I actually master at least one of the languages so that I know the codes these developers are working with, so that I can understand things from their own perspective to be able to work easily with them. Thank you.
Okay, that's nice. That's really nice. I can see a lot of us right here getting the information from both Akim and Gaspar. I can tell that we all know exactly what we want and where we're going. So that's really, really nice to hear. Okay, and without taking much time, I'm going to introduce myself just briefly before we get into the course rightly. Well, I'm Patrick, a software engineer with over 8 years experience. I do Python as well as Java, also a machine learning engineer. Okay, so I'm going to be taking you through with this introductory class with Python. Okay, so I just want to go ahead right now and share my screen so we can get started. And please, if you have any question along the line, okay, you can put it down on your notes, or better still, put it in the chat section. Towards the end of this class, I'm going to go through all of your questions. Okay, so without taking much time, let's get started. Okay, sharing my screen right now. I'm sorry about that. Those dogs. All right, so let's take it up from here. I'm just gonna go slideshow. Start from the very beginning. Okay, so if you can see my screen, I'd like you to let me know. Just hi, or better still, thumbs up. I
Yeah,
just want to
we
get
can
feedback. Okay,
we can see
great.
your screen.
All right. All
Yeah,
right,
thank
great.
you.
So this is the very first week as a 3 week program. We just want to introduce you to Python. So before you get to test something, before you get into something, it's good to get a feel of what you really want to go into. So um, The very first week we're going to be covering this. The very first thing we're going to learn today is what is programming. Okay, because we still have some people who are really new. This class covers people who don't know nothing about programming and people who have some ideas about programming. So we're going to talk about what is programming as well as talking about programming languages overview. And we're also going to be talking about what is Python programming. Okay, specifically for Python. And then after that, we're going to be talking about installation guide. I'm going to teach you how you can install, okay, your interpreter, your Python interpreter, and that is what you're going to be using. Okay, you don't want to miss the spot. That's what you're going to be using for your assignments. Okay, for each week you have assignments and you have time frame for you to submit your assignments. Okay, so this installation guide is very important. If you miss it, anyway, it's kind of simple, but do not miss this part. And then we're going to go further to real world application. You're going to be building your first Python app today, just a basic app, okay? And um, and after that, I think I'm going to show you two ways to run your application. And this is just the pack knowledge for you. We don't want to give you much to grab this week. So once you have this knowledge for this week, we go down to next week on all the stuff. Okay. So without taking much time, let's go into the first one we got today. What is programming? Okay. What is programming actually? Well, I don't know. Programming, it's giving instruction to the computer, right? So programming is this process of creating instruction that a computer can follow to perform a specific task. So think about you telling, if you have a younger brother or have a younger sister, right? So think about you telling your younger brother, hey, go get me something from the freezer, right? Your younger brother will probably understand, hey, okay, fine. Interpret it and say, okay, well, my elder sister's telling me go get something from the freezer. And boom, they go and they give you that exact thing. I want you to take that and apply it to what programming is. You are telling the computer what to do, and the computer is listening based on the language. So I can tell my younger brother right now in Igbo, right? I want to believe a lot of us here are Nigerians. In Igbo, I can tell my younger brother, hey, get with Miri, right? And he goes to go get it. He understands that language and understands the instruction, and he goes and get me exactly what I need. I can also say in Yoruba, Elo mumi wa fumi, right? So, and that same person goes, or another person goes to the freezer and get me exact same thing. Now, there's a link right here. The link right here is instruction, and there's a language. There's a language in between, right? So if you think about programming, think about instruction you give to a computer so that the computer can follow there's a middleman right there, which are programming languages, right? The programming languages are just the things that you see. These are the programming, just like we have, Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa, Benden Igbo, and all of that. Well, the computer does not understand Yoruba. The computer don't understand English. The computer don't understand Hausa. What the computer understands is what you're seeing right now on the screen, right? So the computer understands Java. I'm sorry. The computer understands Java, understands .NET, understand C++, understand JavaScript, understand Node.js, Ruby, Python. This is the one we're gonna be learning today. So some of us here probably know how to speak more than one language, right? Just like myself, I speak Igbo, I speak Yoruba, I also speak Korean, and I'm venturing into Chinese. So it's like when it comes to programming as well, you have to learn how to communicate with the computer using the words or the language that the computer understands. And these are just few of them, as you can see on the screen. Okay. So don't worry about this. The slide will be shared to you later, and we can even have the replay later so you can go through them and understand them better. But let's move forward. All right. So the next thing we want to talk about right now is Python. What is Python programming? Well, Python is a high level general purpose programming language that emphasizes on readability and simplicity. Python is high level. Don't forget about that. Because when it comes to programming, we have low level and high level programming languages. Okay? I'm speaking off of, I'm not speaking basically what is on this slide. If you have pen and, book, you can write some things because I'm going to be speaking sometimes out of the context of what we have here. We have high level programming languages and low level programming languages. Python is high level programming languages. And, this programming languages is the simplicity is top notch, right? You can basically read as a human who don't understand any programming language, you can read Python and get some kind of clue, as opposed to reading Java or reading C programming language, right? So its simplicity is really, really great. And guess what? Python is used a lot lately. It's one of the top programming language that's being used in most industry, right? It is used, for web development, data analysis, artificial intelligence, and scientific computing, and even automation. You use Python to create your robot. All of those things you can do with Python. Okay, so this Python is a powerful programming language, and I'm just kind of like proud of you guys for getting into or even developing interest to learn Python today because you are really giving your future what it really needs to succeed in the world of tech. And then moving forward to the next thing we have is installation guide. Here we go. If you have your laptop, you can follow through. Okay? If you have your laptop, you can follow through. If you don't right now, you're on your phone, you can just basically, don't worry, you can go back to it later and continue. But the reason why I'm emphasizing on this part is this is what you're going to be using for your assignments. If you don't get this part, you won't be able to submit your assignments, right? So installation guide, we have the Windows user, we have the Mac user, we have the Linux user. But based on the Windows user, the very first thing you want to do is to go to this link right here, www.python.org. Okay. So when you go there, let me see if I can do that right now. I just don't want to do much talking. Let me do that. If you can see my screen, can you see the Python website?
Yes, we can see
Picture
clearly.
right. Okay,
Yes.
great. All right, cool. So just go to download, and once you go to download, and boom. Just because I'm on Mac, that's why you're seeing download for Mac right here, right?
I can't see your screen.
You can? Okay. How many people seen and how many people is not seen? Let me know.
Maybe it's network.
Um,
It is clear. We can see the Python from here.
yeah, it might be your network. You might want to come back, okay? All right. So when you go down to download, the reason why you're seeing this download for Mac OS right here is because I'm currently on Mac. So the website have a way to detect what laptop you're using. So if you're on Windows, it's definitely going to show you the download for Windows. All right. So, but if for any reason, which is unlikely to happen, if for any reason you don't get no download here, you can come here and click for Windows, for Mac, for other platform, and you still get the same download. Click this, and then you download it. It's very simple. I have it already, so I'm not going to go ahead and download it again. So let's get back into our slide. So once you download that, this is for the Windows user. Okay, we're coming to other people. You go to open the downloaded file. All right, click on it, double click on it, check the bus, add Python to blah blah blah. Make sure you check that bus. It's very very important. Check the box. It is very important. Once you check the bus, you click on install, and once you click on install, and everything will be reading. Everything will be reading. Boom 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 boom. And once it reads, it goes, and then you're done. That's how simple it is. With just 5 steps, you are done installing Python interpreter on Windows. Okay, so let's move forward to the what about a Mac user? Mac user is much more simple. So installation for Mac user is once you're done, you get this file in your downloads, and then double click on the file and follow the instruction. Accept the license agreement and choose destination for installation. Once you choose that, you are good to go. for Python. And then for Linus is a little bit kind of not complicated, but Linus have different different distribution package manager. We have the people for Ubuntu. If you have Ubuntu or Debian, you just want to go sudo apt install Python. Like I said again, do not worry too much. You are going to get this recording and as well as the slide. So we have Fedora. People who are on Fedora can go to sudo DNF and all that. The Arc as well. You can do all this, and you're going to get the Python interpreter straight up on your computer. Okay? So that's how it works. So moving on to the next thing, I think we're good to go. We're about to start getting into our interpreter. But before I get started, let me go back to my screen. Was anybody following? Was anybody following the download? If you have Python installed already on your computer, can you just let me know? Just a thumbs up if you have Python installed already. Okay. I see Gas Power installed the Python already. And who else? Just Gas Power. But it's okay. If you haven't, that's fine. You can go through the video and then you get it right. Okay. So let's get into our
Someone wants to say something. Akim, or is that?
who's that?
Yeah, I can't see your screen, please.
You can't see my screen?
Yes.
Currently, I'm not sharing my screen. I'm just in the home page. But when you go back to the slide, can you see my screen?
No, I can't. I guess it's network then. I guess it's
Okay,
my network.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna end it and share it again. Okay, so just hold on.
I can't see your screen. Applicable to me.
He's not sharing the screen right now, I guess. It's
End
your
that share.
network. Now
Yeah.
yeah, stop sharing. You can share your screen again so we'll see.
Okay, doing that now. Let me see. Um, checking it up. Share. Okay, can you see now?
I can see from my
Can
hand. Akim, can you see it now?
so
No,
Okay,
I think
I
it might
you
be
can
your
leave and come
network.
back. God's power can see it.
Gospel can see. I need some response. Like if you can see,
I
just give
can't
a
I
thumbs
can't
up.
see from here.
Benjamin
Maybe
can
my
see it. God's power can see it. I can see it as
If we
I
well.
have
can't
the
see your
majority,
I can't see your screen. I can't see
hold on.
it.
If we have the majority seeing the screen, then it might be your network. You might have to leave and
Yeah,
then
Beverly
come
can
back.
see it. So I think Shinaza can see it too.
So most people can see.
Yes.
If they can see, then it's not from me. It's from your network. You might need to leave and then come back. Okay. All right. So without taking much time, let's get right into the editor. I'm just gonna go right here, and I'm gonna start this over again. I'm gonna click that, and all right. So by the time you install your Python interpreter, this is what you're going to have. Okay, this is what you're going to get. And today I'm going to show you how to run your first Python programming application, right? So what we're going to learn today is just how to print out something to the console, how to give the computer instruction using Python to print something out for you on the screen, right? So we're going to be making use of a function, an inbuilt function called print. Okay, in Python is very simple. If I was gonna do this in Java or C, it's probably take some time or just a long line. But I'm about to show you how to tell a computer what to do using Python to print out something on the screen specifically. So, but before we get into that, I want you to understand what print is, right? What is print? Let's look into what print is actually. Print in Python, okay, in Python, print is built-in function. You need to understand that first of all. print is a built-in function. Okay, when we talk about function, we're talking about method, we're talking about set of instruction already packed with a Python compiler, right? So it is used to display outputs to the console. So whatever we write inside the print function will be sent back to us. We're telling the computer, hey, I want you to do this for me. I want you to send me or print this on the screen for me. And the computer goes, compiles it, and sends you exactly what you need on the screen, right? So this is just a random sub gist of what print is in Python, okay? So let's get back into our editor. So when I come right here, the first thing I want to do, this is the first way you can run, okay? This is the first, I'm teaching you step number one, you can run your Python code, okay? And then the second one, I'll take you down into the editor, and then we write our code right there, and then we run it, which would be the second way. But the first one is running it directly in the compiler, okay? So right here, I'm just gonna come and type print, and I'll open brackets, and I'll close the brackets. This is the basic this is the print function, input function of what? Of Python. So when I go into these two brackets, I'm just going to put my double quotes or quotes. It don't matter in Python, whichever one you want to use. Okay. Now you come in between those two quotes and you write whatever you want. So right here, usually, usually what we do in programming language is to run hello world for beginners, basically. But you can do more than that. So here I'm just going to call hello world. Let me put a little emoji just to make it a little, just a little nice right there. This is a program you've written. You're telling the computer right here. This is an instruction using Python programming. You're telling the computer right here, I want you to print in hello world on the console for me. That is an instruction. That's what programming is. Telling the computer exactly what the computer needs to do for you, right? So once we have that, we click enter and boom. Congratulations, you've run your first Python application. That's as simple as that, right? So what is this telling us? It means whatever we have right inside the double quotes here is a string, but we're going to learn more about that later next week. But whatever we have inside this double quotes will be printed by this inbuilt function, right? So let me try another one. Let me say print. I'm just going to open that and then I'll put this. I'll say, um, good morning. Good morning, Jenny. And I put that right there, and then I go, how are you doing today? Right? And then I remember to close this again. It has to be inside a double quotes. Okay? You can see it right here. I have it inside these two double quotes. And then I'm gonna come to the end, and then I close the brackets, and then I press enter. We got it right here. So see, is this not amazing? This is really telling the compiler, the computer, what to do, and the computer is giving you right back what you need, right? So this is just like the first way to run it directly on the command line, okay? So let's create a Python file. Another way to do this, okay, is to go down to your file. If you're on Windows, just go to your file. It's still the same thing. Click on New File, and once you click on New File, this will be created, an empty space will be created for you to write the code, right? So I'm still going to come inside this file and write print and just say, hello, how, how are you? And I'm just going to code. So look at this right now. I'm using double quotes. Let's see if I'm going to get an error, right? Probably run this code and maybe, who knows, I might have an error, but let's just try it and see. Just don't want to say nothing about that. So once you finish writing your code on this editor, you want to go right to the file. Once you go to the file, you go down to save. You got to save it for it to work. So when you click save, you can save it anywhere you want. Right now, I'm just going to save it in my documents, or better still, I can do that in my pictures. Whichever one works fine. Here, I'm just going to call this program hello. But there's something you got to do. If you're on Windows, you might need to put in .py right here. The .py is an extension telling the computer that, hey, this is not just an ordinary text file, this is a Python file. But in Mac, we already got it right here. You can see the format. When you're coming from this compiler, it already have it right here, so I don't need to put it up here, .py. It's just gonna mess the whole thing up. So I just go back. But for Windows user, if you don't have this right here, just go ahead and add .python. If you don't, it's going to save it as a test file, and it's not gonna work. Okay, so these don't apply to Linux users as well. We still have this Python stuff. So just go ahead and I just saved it as hello. Go ahead and save. Once you save it, everything is good now. Now you can go back to run and then click run module. So what this is going to do is comes down to the compiler and run the exact code that you wrote in your file. This is amazing. So you see how it works? We run it through two ways. One is just running it through directly on the on the compiler on the command line, and the second one was run from the from the IDE, basically from your notepad or your or just call it your text editor. That's what we call it. So let's run one more to go. Let's just do one more. Create another file, and here I'm just gonna go print. I can say, oh, there's something we forgot on the other one. We forgot. It worked actually because I used double quotes. Remember? So what is this telling us? Which means I can do this and say hello, right? And close it. Double quotes works fine. And I can also do this as well and say hello with single quotes. And let's see if that works fine. That works fine as well. So Python don't care about that. You can yell, "Go get me something in the freezer," or you can say, "Go get me something in the freezer." Python is still gonna listen to you if you understand what I'm saying. So it don't matter. So I'm just gonna run one more before we go down into the question and answer section. I'll go down to new file again. Go to file, go to new file, and here you're just gonna come to print and you open and you do I am the one who sent you to school, and I'm just gonna go that, and I'm calm down. You can write a lot here. I think this is part of your assignments, so you must listen to me, right? I sent you to school, so you must listen to me. Now something is wrong right here. Can anybody tell me what's wrong? I can't see you on the screen, but I need somebody to just unmute and tell me where I'm having error here, what I'm doing wrong. Can anybody correct me on where I'm going wrong?
You at the double quote at the other end of the.
Thank you. Exactly. That's it. If I don't have this quote right here and I run this right now, what's going to happen? Of course, it's going to tell me to save it first of all, and I just have to come back here. Let me put that again in the picture. I'm just going to come here and say, oh God, let me say hello, or just say hello to, right? And then I'm going to save that, and let's see what's going to happen. String leader error. Can you see that? Detected at line number 2, and I can't go nowhere because I'm having string leader error, right? So if I try to run it again here, it's still going to give me the same problem, right? So what I'm going to do is, you can see it's giving me that red sign right there. I'm just going to come back here, just like, I don't know who said, just like a student corrected. We're going to have that, close that. By the time we run this, we are going to have a code. Okay, you need to save it each time you put in, code. So you can see we have it right there. Everything is running fine and good. So if you want to open your file, the one you've already written before, just go to File, click Open, and now I'm going to go to Pictures and look at the hello number 2, and I'm just going to click Open, and everything will open again. Now I can copy this and do I don't recommend you as a beginner copy. I need you to write it out yourself, okay? Write it out yourself so that you can get a better understanding and it can stick to memory. If you're starting programming, don't do copy a lot. Write it out. It might take you time. Write it. what you're doing to your brain. You're building your brain muscles to understand how that particular language works. Okay, so you can see I just copied everything over here. I can just say, I will be going to school. Just a random bunch of nonsense, just random stuff. So, well, let me just go take this off. It's fine. I guess you will get the gist right now. Remember, you have to save it first, and then after saving, then you can just go to run, and you run your module, and then you get this. You can see we added one line of code. This one wasn't having it. This is having it now. Okay, so that's that on that. And with that being said, and understanding how printing work, and congratulations on running your first program, we're going to move down to showing you what your assignment is going to be for this week. Don't worry about this. I just want to go through them. It will be sent to you to your mail, I guess, after this class, or yes, after this class. So you only have 5 questions to answer, and they're all pretty much simple. As you can see, number one is what is Python programming. I don't want you to go copy and paste what we did today. I want you to be creative. What do you understand by Python programming? List 10 Python programming languages. There are a bunch of them. So 10 is just little. And number three is, why is Python high level programming language? I want to hear from you. Why is Python high level programming language? And number four is, list 3 uses of Python programming. There are a bunch of uses. Just pick 3 and submit. And then finally, here we go. Write program that prints out why you want to learn Python programming, right? So this is this on this. And I think that's all for right now. If you have any question, you can go ahead and ask. This is question and answer time. Do anybody have any questions to ask, or we're all good? It's a basic understanding. Do anybody have any questions to ask?
Sorry, please, can you repeat the question?
You mean the assignment?
Yes.
Okay. Well, the assignment will be sent to you later. However, I can still just run through it again, just a second. The very first one is talking about what is Python programming, and the second one is talking about at least 10 programming languages. Okay. We covered that today. They have a lot of programming languages. I just need you to list 10. And then number three is, why is Python high level programming language? And number four, list 3, just 3 uses of Python programming. Okay. And number five is, write. This is where it comes. This is where the practical part comes in. Write a program that prints out why you want to learn programming, and you're going to save that file as, um, give it a name. Let me give it a general name. Just save it as student.py. Okay, and that file you'll be sending back to the email that will be provided for you. That is exactly what we need to keep you going, to know that you're following. Okay, so write a program that prints out why you want to learn programming. From the knowledge of what you've learned today, you can be able to do this. This is simple. So I guess you get it right now, right? I hope you understand where I'm coming from. Okay, so with that and all that being said, do anybody have any question? There should be question in every section. Any confusion, anything you don't understand from the assignment, from what I've said so far, whatever thing you don't understand, it's time for you to ask.
Yeah. Adekunle, you can ask a question.
Yes. Thank you very much. Thank you for the session. I want to ask, how often will these sessions hold? That's one. And the other part of my question is there, are there any resources that you can recommend just to further knowledge.
Okay, well, yes. This is gonna run through. I think it's in the description of the Google form and the stuff that will send out to you. The introductory class is gonna run for 3 weeks, of which after that, if you want to continue learning Python, you want to dive deep into it, you can just register with my academy. Okay, and it's really, 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 really very important for you to gain this knowledge. And if you feel like you've passed all of these things, you just want to jump straight right into the deeper part of it, you can still reach out, and we're going to work our way through from there. Okay, so the courses and all and everything you need to be, a guru in Python programming, you're going to have that from me specifically. But this program is going to run 3 weeks. I'm going to be teaching you the basic stuff that you need to understand. And because I believe in you having to test or know exactly where you want to, get a feel of what you want to get into. So this is just like a feel, understanding what Python is and getting into it. Because most people, when they hear programming, they're like, "Oh my God, that's crazy! I don't want to do that. It's too much." Right? We're here to tell you that Python, you can do it. Anybody can do it. And this is just what the introduction is about. Okay? I'm sorry. So yeah, that's just about it. I hope I answered your question. And yes, we can recommend. I have some things I'll be recommending to you. You're on the platform. If you're here, I want to believe that if you're not in the platform, welcome intellectuals. Try and join. The link will be sent to you. Join that group because I'll be sharing some resources that you can use to better yourself and and grow from there. All right. So I hope I answered your question.
Adekunle, is the answer clear?
Did I answer your question, Adekule? Are you there?
I guess his network. He just dropped.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Akim,
Let
please
Brian.
go
Okay.
ahead.
Mr. Patrick, thanks for the presentation. Thanks for the class. It's an interesting one. And my question is that are you going to be taught bash scripting?
No, you're not gonna be taught bash scripting. However, if you want to learn bash scripting, you can come to me directly. I will definitely enroll you in one of my courses for you to learn bash scripting. But for right now, we're just focusing on Python, Python introductory part of Python. Okay, so if you want to learn any other programming language, Python, what do you call it? Advanced level of Python, diving deep into Python, or you want to learn Java, you want to learn Bash, just hit me up and then I'll take you up from there and you will. But this is just Python, not Bash scripting. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, you're welcome. We can entertain a little bit more question. If you have any question, you can go ahead and ask. The assignment is right there for everybody. We'll send it down to you. You got your email. Try to submit the assignments at the latest. What do we call it? At the latest on Friday. This coming Friday. Um, on Friday, yes, right a day before the class. So submit your assignment so that we can grade you and see your progress, and from there we are going to take it up from there. So I believe if there's no another question, I think I'm gonna rest my own case here and I'll leave it all to Victoria. You can take it up from here. Thank you guys very much. I'm so happy to see the number of people who really want to learn Python programming. It's been really, really amazing to have you guys right here. Thank you. And thank you. I can't wait to see you guys submit your assignments, and as well as see you guys in class next week. And that'll be all from me right now. Victoria, you can take it off from here.
Mohammed, I think Mohammed has a question.
Oh, really? Okay, go ahead.
Mohammed, please go ahead. Mohammed Yusuf, can you unmute your mic and speak?
Mohammed there?
I guess it is network. Faith, do you want to
Oh,
say
okay.
anything? Faith.
Sorry, I have nothing to say. I just want
Okay.
to thank you for what you are doing. I'm extremely glad about it. Thank you very much.
You're
Oh,
welcome.
yeah, you will.
Yeah, so Patrick, can you stop sharing your screen so that we can see everybody on the screen? So, especially, I want to say thank you to Mr. Patrick for taking us through this basic course today. So, if you have any question, I believe that every one of us here is on the platform in Tech Pioneer or Welcome to Lecturers Group. If you're not there yet, check the email you registered with. So, you can just join the group from there. Your assignment to be sent to that email. Then you submit to that same email. If you have questions, drop it on that group. You can just call the attention of the tutor then to ask your questions. And please be available to help yourselves. We love team collaboration. If you have questions, ask your peers. Oh, how did your assignment? Have you done yours? I have challenges here. Help me, guide me. Just come together, rub minds together. You can even do peer learning yourself any day during the week. Just remember that these assignments must be submitted by Friday, so that latest Friday, so that you'll be graded and you know your progress. From there, you'll be able to meet the tutor again on Saturday and learn from him again. As you can see, he's the best. Yeah, so he really broke that thing down so much for us. After this session today, before today's, let's say in the next 4 hours, it will be streamed on YouTube. For those ones that miss it, or you want to go back to this recording, or anything you miss, or maybe you come late, you can just like watch it again on YouTube. It will be streamed live on YouTube. So if you have any question now before you go, you can ask. And if you don't have anyone now, just drop it on the group. Thank you. Before we
Please,
leave,
please,
sorry, I haven't even introduced myself. My name is Victoria Oluwabumilare. Welcome to the Lecturers team. Yes, so I'm glad to meet these beautiful and handsome faces on the screen today. Yeah, so continue, Faith.
I just want to say so that it will be more easier for us once you are streaming the stuff on the YouTube. Kindly drop the link so that we can easily get in touch with you. Thank you.
Yes, we'll actually do that. Yes, thank you so much for that.
You're welcome. Bye.
All right, bye.